And Precious with a little Russian anti-disinfectant there.
Anti-missile system?
I think so. And she just planted one on gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. That's got to make a lot of us envious.
Got my attention, I'll tell you that.
Certainly mine, too. This is our Wrestling Network main event of the week, ladies and gentlemen, and the Russian Bear. There you see him. One of the finest conditioned athletes in the sport today, taking on a real American. He dances to the beat of a different drummer, and he danced on the way to the ring to Bad Street, USA, because it's going to be he and his buddy, Freebird Michael P.S. Hayes, and the Stinger, taking on Larry Zbyszko, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, and Rick Steiner. But right now, you got to believe that gorgeous Jimmy Garvin's mind has got to be a long way away from Chicago, Illinois.
Well, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin's got his hands full on Ivan Koloff, because I'll tell you something, when you talk about people that are always around that #1 contender spot, it's Ivan Koloff.
And he is a former world champion. Jimmy Garvin with drop kicks, and Ivan Koloff headed back to the Kremlin, and gorgeous Jimmy Garvin fighting right outside, and his fist in fire outside the ring, and the Russian is on the trail back to the squared circle.
It is a classic confrontation, Jim, between, if you want, good and evil, Garvin against Koloff.
Jimmy Garvin right on top, choking away. I'll tell you something. Garvin knows how to break rules. He knows how to fight fire with fire. And I think he's perfectly a team with Sting and with Michael Hayes, because they have the same style. They just don't care. If it takes breaking the rules, then that's what they're going to do. And that's six-man tag team war. And more specifically and more timely, that's exactly what he'll do against the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff, in this main event.
Well, there you see Koloff right there showing everybody he can dish it out. He is a well-conditioned veteran.
Well, the thing that impresses me about Ivan Koloff is the fact that he's virtually error-free. If you're going to beat him, you've got to be the better man. He's not going to make a tactical error in most situations that's going to cause him to lose a match. He just will not do it. He's a highly disciplined athlete from the Soviet Union. As you mentioned, he is a veteran of many, many ring wars, a former heavyweight champion of the world, and he is a formidable opponent anytime he gets in the ring. And the mighty Wilbur may just find out how bad this Russian is come Thanksgiving.
Well, mighty Wilbur, of course, Jim, a great athlete himself, but I'll tell you something, you can't say enough about those years of seasoning that Koloff's been around, what, many, 10, 12, 13 years. That's a lot of experience.
And he's got the head scissors right now on gorgeous Jimmy Garvin, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back with more of this Wrestling Network main event right after this timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin and Ivan Koloff, and the fans, this tremendous crowd encouraging on gorgeous Jimmy Garvin and the Russian Bear fighting back. This national broadcast, this main event, and a deep karate thrust right to the throat of gorgeous Jimmy Garvin.
The biggest wrestling event of the year happens in Chicago Thanksgiving Day. Starrcade 87, Chi-Town Heat. But you can see all the incredible nonstop action in your own home on Gill Cable. Wrestling's greatest names will be glory-bound as 6 championship titles are contested for. See all the excitement of Chi-Town Heat by calling Gill Cable in San Jose at 947-4455. Don't miss all the excitement of Starrcade 87 starting at 2 p.m. Or you can hear it live direct from ringside by calling 1-900-660-9000.
Koloff punishing gorgeous Jimmy Garvin, who I think sustained a knee injury when he went out to the floor, Jack.
He did. He hit his knee on that steel abutment there, the barricade there, and I believe his left knee is hurt. And he's getting back in that ring awful slow, Jim. But look at this. What a reversal.
He can fight fire with fire. He knows all the tricks of the trade, and he doesn't mind using them. And he's going to have to pull out the stops here because the Russian Bear, if he gets some momentum, he's like a runaway locomotive. He will just run over you, literally. And the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff, went to the corner, but nobody was there. And gorgeous Jimmy Garvin now back on the attack, back on the offense. High elevation.
Garvin is just eating Koloff's lunch.
I'll tell you something, the intensity that these two men have exhibited Further evidence. Oh, the referee just got wiped out. Inside cradle. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin has got Koloff pinned.
My God, I could count to 10, 11, 12. Referee's down. He can't see this.
The referee got hit right in the face. Garvin trying to get him.
Garvin's got his back turned to Koloff.
Watch that chain. Koloff's got that steel chain right on the back of the head of gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. But the referee saw it. He's calling for the bell. It's going to be a disqualification. And now Koloff, knowing that he's been disqualified, wants to hurt Jimmy Garvin. He's got that chain wrapped around, trying to choke the life out of it. Here comes Wilbur. Here comes Wilbur. Wilbur had a look of total disdain on his face. Very uncharacteristic for him. We said that Koloff. Now watch Koloff. Koloff just nailed Wilbur with that chain right in the back of the head. Ivan Koloff, one of Paul Jones' key henchmen. And my God, he's lacing him with a steel chain.
Oh, this got to stop this.
Right across his arms and his hands and his stomach.
Garvin's got the chain.
Got the chain. And Koloff right out here beside us. The mighty Wilbur tasted the steel chain from the Russian Ivan Koloff. Let's take